All right, welcome back in Unit 7, Section 3. We're talking about classifying triangles. Before we can actually classify triangles, let's review how to classify angles. So there's three types of angles: acute, right, and obtuse. And it's all based on their degree measure. So an acute angle is any angle that is less than 90 degrees. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees. And an obtuse angle is an angle that's greater than 90 but less than 180. So now, keeping that in mind, let's talk about how to classify triangles based on their angles. So the first type of triangle we have is an acute triangle. An acute triangle has three acute angles. Again, remember, acute means less than 90. So if you think about it, we are going to have three angles that are less than 90 degrees for an acute triangle. A right triangle has one right angle. So if you look, we've got this box right here. A right triangle has one right angle. If you think about it, okay, a right angle is exactly 90 degrees. So we couldn't have more than one right angle because any triangle, all three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if we had a 90 and then another 90, we wouldn't have any degrees left for the third one. And then an obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. Again, if you think about it, if we have one triangle that's over 90 degrees, we can't have another one because that would put us over 180. So it can only be one obtuse angle or one right angle. We can also classify triangles based on their sides. So an equilateral triangle has three sides of equal length. So if you look at the name equilateral, they're all equal. And remember, these little hash marks tell us that they are congruent. An isosceles triangle has at least two sides of equal length. So if you think about it, an equilateral triangle is also technically isosceles, but we would want to be more specific. So equilateral, all three are the same. Isosceles, two sides are the same. And the last one is scalene, which is a triangle with no sides of equal length. So on the back side, there's an example, and it says to classify the triangle. It says to classify the triangle by its side lengths. So if you look at the side lengths that were given, 4, 5, and 8, none of those are the same. So this one would be a scalene triangle. Okay, no sides are the same. In example 2, it says classify the triangle by its angles and by its side lengths. So the triangle has one right angle. Oh, sorry about that. Has one right angle and two sides of equal length. So the right angle tells us that it's a right triangle. The two side lengths that are the same, which are illustrated by these hash marks right here, tells us it's isosceles. So we'd say that it's a right isosceles triangle. So every triangle can have two classifications. So real quick, in here we have a theorem, which, as you see, it says a theorem is a math property or fact that has been proven mathematically. So a really important one from geometry is that the sum of the angle measures in a triangle add up to 180, which I mentioned a second ago. So the three angles add up to 180 degrees. So if you look at how to find an unknown angle measure, it says find the value of x, then classify the triangle by its angles. So we're given two angles, 42 degrees and 42 degrees, and we're looking for the third one. So if you look at how it's worked out, it says the sum of the angle measures is 180 degrees. So we're going to take 180 degrees and subtract the degree measures that we have. We have 42 and 42, which is 84. We can subtract that from 180, and we figure out that our missing angle, this x, is 96 degrees. 96 degrees is an obtuse angle. And since it says one obtuse angle, that makes it an obtuse triangle. So when you get to your homework and your check-in, it's going to ask you to find missing angle measures. So you would start with 180 degrees and subtract off the degree measures you're given, and it's going to ask you to classify it by its side lengths and by its angles. All right, that's all I've got for 7.3.